Hey everybody, my name is Scott Moore and I'm the principal here at Smithville High School. We are super excited about renovating the entrance to our school. It is not an uncommon thing that people come to our Performing Arts Center believing that's the front of our school, as our main entrance to our building is a little underwhelming compared to that part of the building. So we're super excited about adding some color, adding some opportunities for guests to know where to enter our building. If you've been in our building, you know it's not necessarily the best when it comes to ADA accessibility, and so sometimes it's kind of hard to get into our building. And so with any of these improvements, we not only see spaces for kids and spaces for our community, but we also see as a better flow for the high school. One of the things that we're really focused on here at the high school is career tech ed, and one of the things that comes with career tech education is lab space. And so one of the things at the high school where we lack and that we don't have is those lab spaces for some of those courses. For example, we have family and consumer science, and they teach things like sewing, cooking, childcare, things of that nature, and so they really don't have the lab space that they need to be able to do that. We always have more requests for those courses than we have spaces available for kids to take those. And so as well with our Project Lead the Way courses, some of our biology classes with science labs, it will give the students a place to kind of go and take their learning and put it into practice. And so any of these lab spaces are things going to be of super high value for our kids because they're going to serve multiple purposes in our building.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Carnes and I am a science teacher here at the high school. My main focus is earth science, and this is my 25th year here in Smithville. Currently there are 7 science teachers here at Smithville High School, but we really only have 6 science classrooms. One teacher is currently teaching out of a regular classroom. Not only is the classroom very small, but it's not set up for any kind of lab situation. We have another classroom with a science teacher, and the room is very big, but there's not any lab equipment in there. There's like one tiny little sink. So that room is also not very well outfitted for science. I'm fortunate because my classroom was renovated, I think it's been about 6 or 7 years ago, and before this classroom was not conducive to labs at all. Now it very much is, and to be able to give that ability to other science teachers would enhance all of our programs here at the high school, not just the biomedical class, but also physics and biology and zoology and some of the other electives that we teach.
So one of the things that we're continuing to partner with is the Real World Learning Initiative and making sure that our students have an experience prior to graduating high school in a career field that they're interested in. And so the spaces that we're looking to renovate and to add into our building is really going to be able to facilitate that learning. And so we will be able to immediately impact students as soon as those doors open for those spaces.
My name is Destiny Marsh, and I teach business and computer science classes, and this is my 4th year in the district. We could really dive deeper into so much of our current program, and it boils down to space. For example, currently I have this space, this room, but again, if it was multi-purposeful, multi-functioning, we could have a VEX robotics field, yes, in one area, but then still have maybe a production print press in another area, and be able to even move in different rooms and do our screen printing next to us, and even maybe have a store that we could easily promote our products in the store. Right now, we are in 1, 2, 3 different rooms, at least my students and I, and I'm consistently just running around. So it creates a lot of a sense of, I know we could be more efficient and more purposeful if we had a space that we could be fully functioning in.
one of the, I think, gifts that we have here at Smithville High School is we have around 800 to 850 students here in our building. However, we aren't really able to house those students before and after school in really what's considered a common space. So when our students arrive to school in the mornings, they're able to hang out in the common space, they can go to the cafeteria, but this school wasn't built for 850 students or 800 students. And so what you end up seeing is our students just kind of being housed in a specific area until they can get into their first hour class. And so with the addition of this space, we can actually increase the size of our common space so that it can house all of our kids, but we can make that into some flexible learning spaces. If we put some correct furniture in there, we could actually have teachers bringing kids into those common spaces to be able to actually have class. And then with the additional hallway, that will allow our students to flow a little bit better, because right now we have one main hallway that kind of goes east and west in our building. So this would give us a second hallway to help with that student flow. I would just share with the Smithville community, first and foremost, when I say I have the best job in the world, I genuinely mean that. We have the best students, we have the amazing staff, we have some amazing community members, and this is going to just take us to the next level of what we're wanting to accomplish here at the high school. When it comes to the academics and it comes to servicing our kids in the classrooms, this will have an immediate impact on our students. This is driven by student ideas and student focus. We continue to go back and ask our students, like, what do they want to see in our building? And so I can say with 100% assurance that we are genuinely trying to make this what our students want to see in our building, so that it is impactful for them immediately and they can see their ideas come into fruition.